Okay, this is another base tweaking video. I'm going to take this Proline base straight out of the package. It's what's called a flat front, not rounded here. And it's considered a strong base because I could tell that because the prongs are reasonably thick. The fast ones have very, very skinny prongs. And I just want to I just want to tweak this guy so he's stronger than an Invisibase. What makes this different from my other tweaking videos is I'm going to use what's called a candle warmer or a coffee mug warmer to help tweak this base. So unlike the wide receivers that we've tweaked, bases that were wobbly, so he can get off, so he wobbles when the field goes on, then he zips around him. What I want to do here is I want to make a very stable base. This is an offensive lineman base that I'm going to try to make. And an offensive lineman, you don't want him wobbling and you don't want him getting off the line. You want to have him sit there and not let the defender get past him. So what this is going to do, the candle warmer, and you're probably wondering what the heck this is. For those of us who don't drink coffee or anything like that, or don't warm candles, this is a very foreign looking device. Basically it's just got a plug, it's got an on-off switch. When I plug it in and turn it on, the light will come on. You see I got some crud on here, this is because I've been using it. And what you do is once the surface is hot and you've got the base tweaked, and if the base has any kind of wobble at all, what you do is you're going to put him on here, just a second or two at a time. And what that's going to do is going to just help melt the prongs a little bit to make them perfectly level. Prongs that are perfectly level mean the figure is going to be very stable. First thing I want to do is I want to test to see if this base right out of the package is already good. I think he was a little weak. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the Invisibase is definitely strong. So the Invisibase is definitely pushing this guy back. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take out the wubbers. These are the 5mm across ones, or I think they label this as 7mm pliers, but they're really 5 and a change. And I'm just going to squeeze the prongs. And what I'm doing is I'm squeezing, actually let me show you this way. I'm going all the way to the end, I'm doing a squeeze, then I'm going to pull back to about half, maybe a third, 2/3, 3/4, and I don't know if you could see this. I go all the way in like this, and I pull the prongs, and I pull the pliers back a little bit, and I pull it again. Here I'm going to press. Pull it up a little bit, press, pull it up a little bit, and press. So again, just the same as always, you want the prongs to be curled back. You want them to go in this angle a little bit, because if you have it straight up and down, the base isn't going to move, it's just going to dance. So what you could do is you could take it and you can pull it back. The other thing is just like wrapping ribbon. When you're wrapping a present, you're just going to pull on it like this. So this half of the pliers is pressing a little bit. You see how the prongs just kind of curled up like that? You could see the shape of the prongs. They're curled back a little bit. Let's see how he does against the Invisibase. Wow. Alright, so the Invisibase is not going to be much of a... Alright, you know what, let me go to a better Invisibase. Let me go to this guy. This is the one you've seen in the other videos. This is a guy that I've got up to 4 grams, but this happens to be a pretty strong Invisibase, so let's see how this guy works against him already. Not bad, he's holding the 4.0 Invisibase at bay, and this guy has no additional weight on him. Alright, the Invisibase is a little stronger. Let's continue. Let's just keep, as you know with tweaking, you have to keep tweaking, keep pressing the prongs. What I like about the strong ones versus the fast ones, the prongs are a little bit thicker, so they're much harder to ruin. Okay, and let me just see how this guy runs first of all. See that? I didn't really like the wobble, the way he jumped off the line. Watch this. What that's telling me is either the board's really hot, which it's not particularly hot, or the prongs are not perfectly level. So this guy's a perfect candidate for the candle warmer. And I'm going to let this get warm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this base, and just put it here. 1, 2. 1, 2. And the reason I'm doing this, the surface is not perfectly flat, so the idea is if you keep putting it like this, and if this is the high side, then the prongs will melt in this way. But by just moving it 2 seconds at a time, it's really not giving the base, not giving the prongs a chance to really melt down. But I figure by moving it a little bit, I'm getting rid of the variability. And regardless of what I'm doing, this is a much flatter surface than this hand pulling of prongs and all that. The prongs really do get out of whack, especially when you start using these, like these are the Xuron 485s, I believe. And when you're going prong by prong, these things really get out of whack with each other, as far as length goes. So that's that. That's that. And I don't want to really leave it on too long. Let me get this out of the way. It's still kind of bouncing. Just a few seconds at a time. A little bit of weight on the bottom of the base will help to quiet it down as well. One other thing, some other people use this to warm their pliers, so if you want to tweak with the warm pliers, if you don't have a heat gun, you put them on like this. I don't like doing this, and that's actually why I got the heat gun, because here you're putting it down like this, really only one side's getting heated up, and plus I don't like the handle to get heated up. I don't like this, you know, I don't want to get this thing smoking. Anyway, let's see how this guy is running. Not too bad. It's actually running reasonably fast, so let's see how he does against this one. I think he needs a little bit of tweak action here. Let's get him up to 4 grams. There you go, 0.44, that should be about the same. 48, okay, that's good. I'm going to put it on the sides, like this. Again, not touching the prongs, but on the sides, rather than in the middle. If I had a receiver, I'd put them in a strip right down the middle. But since I want this to be a nice, stable lineman, this will help to keep the base from wobbling. So by putting the weights on the side, he's going to be much more stable on the run. Yeah, there's a lot less wobble there, you see that? So let's see how he does against the Invisibase. Now these guys are both 4 grams. It's respectable. Pretty much an even game, so let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the prongs and individually just kind of squish them with this to flatten them out some more. Let's see how that's going to work. I mean, for some bases, different techniques work. Actually, we turn this candle warmer back on since now I'm flattening prong by prong. I'm not sure if you could pick up on the back here where I press these prongs. It seems to me there's quite a difference in the sizes, so this is going to make it much more even. Nope, not yet. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's hard to see on this. It's hard to see through the lens there. But it is getting better. Okay. Let me see how this works. Alright, so it looks like he's holding his own here. So you can hold him off this way. Alright, so he's about the same as a 4.0 Invisibase. This guy's got a better running profile. Strength-wise, he's a little stronger that way, and maybe same or stronger that way. Hope you enjoyed the video.